Welcome back to Focusify, the space where we talk about growth, mindset, and the inner work that most people avoid, but everyone needs. Today's topic is subtle, but extremely important. Many people say they're healing. They're journaling, staying busy, staying positive, cutting people off, or distracting themselves. But here's the uncomfortable question. How do we know we're actually healing and not just avoiding pain in a more socially acceptable way? To unpack this, I'm joined by Wahid Kamar. Wahid, welcome.
Thank you, Mubashir. This is a powerful topic because a lot of people think they're healing, when in reality, they're just getting better at running away from discomfort.
Let's start with definitions. When people talk about healing, what should that actually mean?
Healing means facing what hurt you, understanding how it shaped you, and slowly rebuilding your inner world with awareness and compassion. It's not about erasing pain. It's about learning to carry it without letting it control your behavior. Healing involves honesty, especially with yourself.
So healing isn't about feeling good all the time?
Not at all. Real healing often feels uncomfortable, emotional, and even destabilizing at first. If you're always calm and never triggered, you might not be healing. You might be numbing.
Then what does avoiding look like? Because many people don't realize they're doing it.
Avoiding pain means escaping uncomfortable emotions instead of processing them. It can look productive on the surface, staying constantly busy, overworking, endless self-improvement, toxic positivity, cutting people off without reflection. Avoidance says, I don't want to feel this. Healing says, I'm willing to sit with this.
Why is avoidance so tempting?
Because pain feels threatening. The brain's job is survival, not growth. Avoidance offers immediate relief. Healing offers long-term peace, but only after discomfort.
Many people say, I'm just protecting my peace. How do we tell the difference between self-care and avoidance?
That's a great question. Self-care helps you reconnect with yourself. Avoidance helps you disconnect from pain. Ask yourself, after this behavior, do I feel more honest or more numb? If you're calmer but also emotionally distant, something might be off.
Can healthy habits still be used for avoidance?
Absolutely. Meditation, journaling, even therapy can become tools of avoidance if you're using them to suppress truth instead of face it. It's not what you're doing, it's why you're doing it.
Let's talk about the emotional experience. How does real healing usually feel?
Healing feels messy. You may feel sad for things you never grieved, angry about boundaries you didn't have, confused about who you are without old coping mechanisms. Healing often brings emotions you've delayed for years. That's why people mistake avoidance for healing, because avoidance feels cleaner.
Is it normal to feel worse before feeling better?
Very normal. When you stop avoiding, you finally feel what's been waiting. That doesn't mean healing isn't working. It means it is.
Can you give some everyday examples of avoidance?
Sure. Avoidance can look like changing topics when emotions come up, ghosting instead of communicating, staying in logic mode to avoid feelings, replacing emotional pain with constant entertainment. The common thread is distance from yourself and from discomfort.
What's the long-term cost of avoidance?
Pain doesn't disappear, it waits. Avoided emotions show up later as anxiety, burnout, resentment, or emotional numbness. You either feel pain consciously now or unconsciously later.
What role does responsibility play in healing?
A huge role. Healing doesn't mean blaming yourself for what happened, but it does mean taking responsibility for how it affects your behavior now. Avoidance says, this isn't my fault. Healing says, this wasn't my fault, but it is my responsibility. That mindset shift is powerful.
Why do people resist this responsibility?
Because it removes the comfort of victimhood. Responsibility is empowering, but it's also demanding.
For listeners right now, how can they tell which one they're doing?
Ask yourself a few honest questions. Am I allowing myself to feel difficult emotions? Am I avoiding certain conversations or truths? Am I calmer because I'm aware or because I'm numb? Healing brings clarity. Avoidance brings temporary peace, followed by recurring pain.
So how does someone gently move from avoidance to healing?
Slowly. Start by noticing instead of judging. Known emotions instead of suppressing them. Create space to feel without forcing solutions. Healing isn't dramatic. It's quiet, consistent, and often invisible from the outside.
Is it okay to still avoid sometimes?
Yes, we're human. Healing isn't about perfection. It's about intention and honesty.
What does real real healing give a person over time?
Emotional resilience, self-trust, healthier boundaries, more authentic relationships. Not a pain-free life, but a grounded one.
So healing isn't about escaping pain, it's about learning how to meet it.
Exactly. Avoidance asks, how do I stop feeling this? Healing asks, what is this trying to teach me? That question changes everything.
If this conversation made you reflect, take that as a sign, not pressure. This is Focusify. We don't rush healing, we understand it. Like, subscribe, and share this with someone who's learning the difference between peace and numbness. We'll see you in the next episode.